Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Situational Awareness, where I go through different riding situations you may encounter, what to do about them, how to handle them, what to look for, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so this video is a clip from Moto Madness, and the link to the original compilation is in the description below. We are watching Responsibly Rowdy here, who says, an inexperienced rider high side crashes his brand new ZX-10R, which then catches fire. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, we will not watch the crash. I do not do crashes on my channel. If you do want to see crash compilations, you can go ahead and watch Moto Madness or any of those. Or if you want to watch some like crash reviews, watch Dan the Fireman. He's great. He does videos like this, although it's a little more elaborate and he goes into everything. So, and this is just my perspective of things to watch out for while riding, where he does basically what the rider does and what the rider should have done, where I cover everything that you should be looking for. So that being said, Dan the Fireman, great channel. I'm a subscriber. I watch all his videos. I'm even a member. Great stuff. Does great work. I do recommend checking him out. And this video may even show up on his channel. That being said, I will not have the crash in this video. We know there's a crash because it says it right here. But one thing I do want to point out is this. I don't know if I have a good other color here. There we go. Inexperienced rider, ZX-10R. Now, I don't know if I've actually said this in any of my videos. I know I've said it tons of times on different forums and everything. I'm a firm believer of getting what you want to begin with, because motorcycles cost a lot of money. Unless you want something cheap to just learn the basics on, you can get a 400, a used one, and then sell it for pretty much no loss. But otherwise, get what you want. I started on a ZX6R, but I also knew me as a rider. I knew that I wasn't going to take unnecessary risks. I knew I was going to ride at 80% of my skill level, which I did 99% of the time. I tend to shy away from new riders getting on leader bikes. And the reason being is because there is so much power and so much that can happen with them, and they are heavier to handle, that when you're inexperienced, if you're taking twisties and group rides like this as a new rider, it can end badly. Now, I don't know what happens to him here. I don't know if he puts too much power and kicks the rear tire out and then gains traction and throws him off. I don't know if he gets in a situation where he has to brake really hard, which then it doesn't really matter what bike you have, although when there's more weight, it's harder to stop. I just don't know, but not yet. We're about to find out. But it's just, I just have to say that you got to be careful. You got to be really careful. If you want to start on a leader bike, by all means, go ahead and start on a leader bike, but please ride to your 80% of your skill. Group rides, which I think I see a rider up there, one here, and us. There are multiple people here. Not something you do, especially in the twisties, if you're an inexperienced rider. Now, that being said, we are in the woods, so watch for wildlife. Looks like it's colder season. They come out more during the day, so be careful of that. But let's go ahead and see what happens here, see what we see. And again, we will not see the actual crash, but we will see the end result. Okay, so what I do want to say here is we are riding too close. We're riding staggered, which is good. You want to ride staggered. You don't want to be back to back or side to side. You want to be where the rider's in the right and you're on the left. That's good. But we are way too close, especially with an inexperienced rider. He comes over a little bit, you're in trouble. He slows down and you speed up and he turns left for whatever reason, you're in trouble. There's a lot of what ifs there. So back off a little bit, give plenty of room. And then when you get into the turns, it's even more critical to have a lot more room in between you, because if somebody suddenly slows down, you need time to react. But it looks like we're coming up on this left-hand turn here. So brake lights are going to come on and they're going to slow down. For an inexperienced rider, he's pretty well leaned over there. So that wasn't bad. Oh, okay. These guys slowed down and he kept going. Now, if he was over here, he would have been a little better positioned, but he moved over into the left and came up right behind this guy. You don't want to do that. You want to stay staggered with plenty of following distance. That way, when he, wasn't paying attention, he would have just shot up to the right of these guys rather than into the back of this guy. So I'm not sure. We're going to go frame by frame here because this looks like what's going to do him in. Brakes. He's braking. He's coming up. Oh, maybe the road hazard made him all slow down. Either way, it's still, if he was over on the right-hand side, he would be okay. Yeah, he's not stopping quick enough. Yep, fishtailing. He's got the rear tire locked, and then he's going to go down. So we're going to go ahead and skip to the end result. We are not going to watch him get thrown off the bike. I know you guys may want to see that, but you can watch it in the original video. I don't want my channel to be crashes or anything gruesome or anything where people might frown upon it. So that's why I'm skipping it. It's just I want everyone to be able to watch my channel. I want even kids to be able to watch my channel. So I can't do that if I'm showing people getting thrown off motorcycles. But if you know what a high side is, it's not going to be pretty. Let's skip ahead. Okay, so what happened is he high-sided, responsibly rowdy, actually cut into the other lane, which I don't think he really had to. I think he was watching his buddy go down and wasn't paying attention. But he safely parked, so it was only a one motorcycle accident. And as you can see, he's up and walking around, which is good, but he might still be hurt. But the motorcycle's on fire. Now, if you see your motorcycle like this, it's done. There's nothing you can do about it. It is done. So what do you do in a situation like this? Well, first of all, obviously there's a ton of motorcycles. They're all going to end up grouping around, but somebody should be calling 911 for two reasons. One, the rider that went down may be hurt, and the adrenaline's going to be shooting up right now, and they're not going to feel any pain. They aren't going to know what's really hurt. It doesn't look like they're wearing any riding pants. It looks like they've got gloves, they've got riding boots. I can't tell if that's a riding jacket. They're making riding jackets that look like sweatshirts now, hoodies and stuff, so it's hard to tell if he's actually got a riding jacket. Hopefully he does, but he could be bleeding out of his legs here, not even realize it. So you want to be calling 911 or an ambulance to check him up. He does not have to go with them, okay? He can refuse to be transported and he won't get charged, but should still get checked out. The motorcycle is done, but the fire department needs to get there. They need to contain the gas. They need to put the fire out before, things look dry. If that fire spreads, it could be really bad. The quicker you get a fire department there, the better. So call 911. Get the fire department, get an ambulance there right away. The group did not look like they were riding ridiculously. There shouldn't be any fear for police or anything. The guy made a mistake and he panic braked and went down. That's all it is. And unfortunately, the motorcycle did not handle the impact too well and it caught on fire. So we're not on the bike right now, so there isn't many situations to talk about right here. But yeah, that is not pretty. That's sad. That is very, very sad. And I think this guy's... yeah, it's gone. Okay, so that's that. And he's right. Do not try and get yourself burned. Don't worry about it exploding. Despite what movies show, it will not explode. And the reason being is the gas tanks are vented. It can never build up the pressure to cause it to explode. Gasoline itself does not explode. It flares up, but it's already on fire. And it might flare up, more as more comes out quicker from the tank melting or any pieces melting, because they are metal tanks. But it's not going to explode, okay? In either case, you don't want to risk getting burned, and there's no reason to bother. The bike is done. It's totaled. There's nothing you can do. So cut your losses, wait for emergency vehicles to arrive, and hopefully learn, and hope you have insurance. Good insurance. But otherwise, that's it for this week. Thank you for watching. Leave any comments below on what you thought, suggestions, all that good stuff. And stay safe out there. Keep the rubber side down. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I will try and answer everyone's questions as soon as possible. If there's anything you would like to see, any tips, tricks, techniques, anything at all motorcycle related, please let me know. I do these videos for you, so anything that you would like to see, I am more than happy to do it. If you like this video, please click that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and click the bell to notify you whenever a new video drops. Thank you again. Ride safe and keep the rubber side down.